I'm back in Denver after a whirlwind week of scouting players in Los Angeles and Seattle. I've got a lot done, but I think it's about time for a fishing break. And Louisiana has the perfect recipe for what ails me.
What's happening?
Hey man, I'm looking forward to getting down to Louisiana, do a little Venice, Louisiana fishing. How's the weather been right now?
Mother Nature is definitely not looking good. Doing well with swordfish though, and some of the spots are enclosed, so hopefully we can get out and make a couple drops of swordfish. All we can have to complain about is the weather.
It'll get better. It'll get better.
You know it will when you come.
Yeah, for sure. Always bring a little bit of sunshine, at least for a couple hours.
Gotta stay positive.
Yeah. I'll give you a text when I get on the ground down there and head down that way.
Perfect. Look forward to seeing you, bud. Can't wait to go fishing.
All right. Bye.
Louisiana, Cajun country, one of the most unique places I've ever visited. I've been coming down here for 15 years and I absolutely love it. I'm on my way to Venice, Louisiana. It's about 75 miles south of New Orleans where the Mississippi River meets the Gulf of Mexico. It's the southernmost point of Louisiana and the fishing jump-off point for some of the best offshore fishing you can imagine. All right, this area of Louisiana has had about 30 inches of rain in the last 2 days. We almost pulled this trip. We kept watching the weather, watching it real close. We're down here now. We'll see what happens. We're gonna ride down to Venice and fish with James. Hopefully we get out tomorrow, get out a couple days. We'll see. We made it.
What's up, pal?
Y'all clean shaven. This is Captain James Peters. This guy is the real reason I keep coming back year after year. You won't find a captain that works harder and is more fun than this guy.
I've been fishing with Jared now for a long time. Knew him when he was at Indiana, and Jared's always impressed me. He loves to fish, but he likes to do it his way. Big-time artificial fisherman, loves to catch him on lures and stuff, but it's fun. It's what he likes to do.
It's the first morning in Venice, and the crew and I are excited to go bag us a swordfish. That's only if Mother Nature will help us out. We're out here this morning. Got a ton of weather up north. I'm just glad we got out here. They got historical levels of flooding, 30 inches of rain up north of here.
Thunderstorms everywhere, but giving it a whirl.
The swordfish has been pretty good, right?
It has been real good. The day bite has been, unbelievable. Guys are catching 3 or 4 a day. Like last week, literally, we had 5 bites, caught 2. So it's been good and consistent.
Poke our head out, see what's going on, and make it happen.
Never know till you get there. We've had worse against us before.
We had about 15 miles out, and let me tell you, it's choppy, real choppy. With all the storm activity north of us, the wind is kicking pretty good. We finally got here. It was an adventure to say the least, and we're gonna make our first drop. With the current ripping the way it is, you're gonna use about 7, 8 pounds of lead. You're gonna drop down, hopefully hit bottom. Daytime sword fishing is a very exact science, and the bite on a swordfish is so subtle. It's pretty cool. Like I said, daytime sword fishing is an exact science. But we have a little help on our side, the electric reel. With 12 volts of DC power and enough strength to reel up a 1,000-pound monster, I don't have to kill myself reeling up that 15-pound weight over and over. And then it's just a waiting game, waiting and watching. And as you guys know, I hate waiting. I'm gonna go after it kind of guy, but I trust James, and this is how he said we're gonna catch a swordfish. And lo and behold, after pushing through my impatience, the waiting paid off, and we had a bite. There you go.
There he is.
Hooked up, baby! Hooked up!
There we go.
I like it.
Fish on.
Fish on, boys.
Mother Nature.
Mother Nature. And the thing that sucks about a swordfish, he can fight like this, come to the surface, realize he's hooked, and what's going on, and he could be a big fish. I mean, right now it doesn't seem like a big fish, but it could be a 200-pound fish and act like this. The excitement of our first catch comes to a crashing stop, like being on the wrong side of a buzzer beater. The rod tip comes slack on us, and it's clear something's not right. We've letting the bait fully intact. How can that be? We all saw the rod tip get hit.
Was the lead weight got wax on it?
Turns out the fish was whacking the weight with its bill, like an underwater samurai or something. Incredible.
8-pound lead, and in theory, this is suspended in the water column. You can see what he did with his bill. Now, if you could imagine this free dangling and a human swinging a machete at this in the water, wouldn't even put a ding in it. It's amazing.
Man, that's unbelievable. So it's back to the drop and retrieve. Down, then back up, with no luck. Thank goodness for the electric reel. I couldn't even imagine hand cranking this.
Come on, Mother Nature. We didn't mean it earlier.
Okay, I've had enough. We gotta try something different. Cap knows a rig nearby. I say, let's go.
Well, we made it out to one of the floaters out off the coast for about 22 miles out. The wind is definitely picking up, but we got a couple good marks on the screen, but conditions are definitely deteriorating. The wind is picking up. We're definitely at a 4 to 6 foot mark, but seem to be fish here, so hopefully we'll get a bite.
Some people, most people, would say I'm stubborn. But when it comes to fishing, if I can use artificial lures, you bet that's what I'm gonna do. The whole live bait thing is just not for me. It's not enough of a challenge. Although, it'd probably make my life a little bit easier.
We're having this rig right here. What I'm gonna try to do is drop this jig down somewhere respectable in front of whatever's gonna be down there, whether it be an amberjack, American red snapper. Had a tough day. A lot of big waves. It's getting worse and worse, rougher and rougher. We'll see what happens right here.
Trying to beat the wind before the wind beats us.
Been down before. Get back up.
All it takes is one.
All it takes is one. One fish change your whole day.
No sooner are we talking positive than wham, we're hooked up. One fish can really change your day.
American red snapper.
There you go. Live bait working.
It's hard for me to do it. It's hard to give in. Probably make my life a whole lot easier, but who wants to do stuff easy?
There goes bone again. Live bait just isn't fair.
Oh, I ain't that small.
Another American red snapper.
I'm down, but I can't give up. I'm gonna prove that live bait ain't the only route for a successful day. So I give it a shot with the artificials. And another shot, and another shot, and one more. But nothing.
What do you think, Cap?
I don't know, man. I think the conditions are definitely deteriorating. This wind just keeps picking up. I don't think the watercolor's right, you know. I think at this point we just need to throw in the towel.
Yeah.
There'll be another day.
Yeah.
Mother Nature's winning this game.
No dice on the fish, but I wasn't about to let the rough seas ruin my day. I talked Cap into letting me drive home. We're hitting these 4-footers pretty hard. I take my eye off the water for one split second, and bam! We spear a 7-foot wave. The wall of water comes over the bow. Not a good thing. One little mistake on his boat, and there goes my fun. We arrived back in the arena, and I can't wait to cook up that snapper. I'm starving after a long day on the water. But before I can even think about dinner, I have to separate myself from the crew, make a few phone calls about one of the new recruits that I've been working with earlier this week. And about an hour later, everything's ironed out. It's a good thing, too, because I'm borderline hangry.
Got some fresh American red snapper that we caught today. Seasoned it up with some lemon, lime, garlic, butter. This is the way we do it. Scales down on the grill. It doesn't get much better than this.
Good thing Boney's here. Boney saved the day for us. Got us all squared away.